Hey YouTube, Sean Forney here. Have a beautiful day here in West Virginia. It is unseasonably warm. It's in the 60s for January, which is absolutely ridiculous because we're in the mid-Atlantic, so we typically are freezing cold right now. But figured the weather's nice, so I'm going to do a review or a overview, if you will, of this beautiful 2001 Phoenix Yellow Integra Type R, 48,000 original miles. All original with the exception of a couple little modifications that are on the car. Again, this car is one of those cars that you can find them with high mileage, 160, 150 plus, 150,000 plus miles, and for reasonable prices, I guess. You know, Bring a Trailer has inflated everything, which I'm thankful for because I have a couple of good Bring a Trailer cars here. But this car is a gem because it's 48,000 original miles, clean title, pretty immaculate. A couple little dings here and there, which I'm going to get my PDR guy to do. The paint is actually in surprisingly great shape, but I'm going to get it paint corrected and ceramic coated to keep it that way. Again, a little bit of history on this car. It actually has not been registered to drive on the road since 2017. And kind of was sitting in somebody's yard, and you can tell the crevices of the car show that it was sitting in somebody's yard. But overall, it's in fantastic condition. I had a 1996 black Integra GSR. I had a red Integra GSR, and I'm sorry, it was hunter green, it wasn't black. And then I had a turboed GSR that I got painted electronic blue pearl, supersonic blue pearl rather. But again, these things are getting harder and harder to find, especially in this condition. So I'm going to do an overview video for you. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do videos of all kinds of random stuff, farm life, vehicles, equipment, all this other stuff. So stay tuned. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so here is my 2001 Phoenix Yellow Acura Integra Type R. And as you can tell, she's pretty much all stock. I mean, look at this engine bay. Now, it hasn't been detailed yet, which I'm going to get it cleaned. I'm going to brush off the valve cover, but it's got a spoon oil cap, spoon radiator cap, and then it has the spoon authentic catback exhaust. But it has all matching VIN tags in place across the car, and it also has all the original glass with the etchings on it with the proper VIN numbers. So this car is OG. It is all original. I apologize with how dirty my garage is. We just got my lift installed and I got crap all over the place, motorcycles. Pretty soon this garage is going to get the floor epoxied and get my walls done and all that stuff. And then my equipment over here is going to go to my equipment shed. I just have it in here to keep it out of the weather for now. But again, back to the car. This car has spent most of its life in New Jersey. And it was found sitting in somebody's yard by the guy that I purchased it off of. And he kind of brought it back to life. You can look at the paint. It's actually surprisingly good. It's got a couple little spots on here that somebody used non-matching touch-up paint to touch up, but overall this thing is a gem. And the wheels are all immaculate. It's really pretty much perfect the whole way around. And there's the authentic spoon exhaust, which I'm not really big on modifications to these types of cars, but it is a period correct modification, so I'm okay with it. I'm gonna leave it on. Has a etching there. Now let's look at the interior of this thing. I mean, it is absolutely mint. It does have the aftermarket Momo steering wheel with an NRG quick release, but I do have the factory steering wheel down there, and then it does have a double din CD player. But other than that, this thing is pretty much stock. Here is the badge. It is number 971. But the interior of this thing, floor mats, everything is like pristine. Now, again, you would expect that, at least I would hope you would expect that, with 48,047 miles. I mean, this thing, again, is just absolutely immaculate. It does have one little nick right there. Now, the guy that I bought it off of did give me these, which are, he gave me both the driver and passenger side, just because the weather stripping, which I'm going to try to salvage this because I don't want to take out this glass, because it does have, you know, it is original for this car, and it does have the etching. So I mean, this whole entire car has every single VIN tag in place. It's all here. So, you know, my Supra has all the VIN tags in place except for the hood. It doesn't match. I don't know why. It was never in an accident. It's clean. Again, my Supra was an 80/80 giveaway car, and I don't know if they swapped the hood, whatever the case is, but it's still a 60,000 original mile, twin turboed, 6-speed chassis now, although it's been converted. But let's not talk about the Supra. This thing is just as equally as significant in the history of USDM cars. Again, the 2001 was the last year that they made them. It does have the B18C5. Of course, there is the matching VIN number on the engine and trans. It's all original. Again, this thing is everything that I wanted it to be. Whenever I got up there, it's got a couple dings, which I'm going to have my paint correction guy, which you can't even, it's hard to tell unless you get the camera down like this, and you can probably see it's got 3 little dings right there. But again, overall, for this car sitting in somebody's yard for a while, I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's in great shape. The only thing I will do to it to keep the interior in a great shape is get the windows tinted. Other than that, she's going to stay just like this. And you know, there's no rust on the car. The underside looks amazing. Again, I apologize. My garage is a freaking disaster right now. But, you know, Phoenix Yellow was not my first color. Obviously, everybody wants championship white first year car where they only made 1,000 of them. But these things are equally as significant. 2001 is the last year they made them. So, you know, the fact that it's a 48,000 original mile car, clean title, it has all of its VIN tags in place, makes this car a gem. It's a diamond in the rough, if you will. Most of these cars were driven. They were driven like GSRs. They had tons of miles racked up on them. So to find one like this is amazing. Now, that's one of my specialties. Whenever I look for cars like this, I will comb the whole entire United States. I will comb forums. I will come over Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, and, you know, Facebook only lets you search a 500-mile radius, so I will change my radius and change where it's searching from so I can cover the whole entire country. So, I mean, I spent 2 years looking for the Supra. I spent 3 months or so looking for the Type R. I have invested a ton of time, and I'm close to getting 80,000 EBP EM1 SI at 2000. And I'm also looking for stuff like a GMC Typhoon that's low miles, a GMC Cyclone with low miles. If I could find a barn find G&X or Grand National with low mileage, you know, so those are my cars. You know, I look for the cars that are rare, low production, sought after cars, just like this, just like the Supra. Again, my FD is not here. It's at the tuners. They've had it for 2 months. It's actually it should be finished this week. And then I can't wait to get a picture of all 3 of these, you know, my USDM monsters side by side. Now the RX-7 is a mutt, but that's okay. It's still awesome. So again, if you guys have anything particular you would like to see on this Type R, let me know. But here she is in all of her glory. I'm going to get her all detailed up, get the engine bay detailed, get everything looking pristine. Then I will do a follow-up video after she is successfully ceramic coated and cleaned up. So stay tuned, everyone. Thank you for watching.